Yo guys, back at you with another video. Here's my January pickups. So in terms of what I picked up sneaker wise, it was kind of calm. I picked up a bunch, but I've returned a few, I've sold one, and I've kept 2 pairs. So without further ado, let me show you what I managed to cop. So first and foremost, and something I've been waiting for several years, are the Air Foamposite One 20th anniversary. And I've been into foams pretty much since the Galaxy Foamposites dropped. Before that I thought it was a really ugly shoe, and this isn't something for everyone, but something I've been waiting to cop for many years. And there it is. You know, you've got that metallic blue colorway. You got the carbon fiber shank right here. Got the herringbone traction. Just an all-round nice shoe. So that's my first sneaker pickup of the month, the OG Foamposite One. Those are copped from Nike.com. They cost me £180, so not cheap. Second pickup from Nike Lab was the Nike Zoom Spiridon Ultras. Now if you watch my review about the roundel Spiritans, I mentioned that I didn't manage to pick up the OG Spiritans, so now that these have come out, I thought I would cop because it's the true to color OG colorway. It's got this kind of fused material around the whole shoe, and it's a lot lighter than the other Spiridon that I have. But it looks very similar, so I thought I'd pick that up. That cost me £95. You can still pick that up from Nike.com. I will link below where you can get these. So super light, super nice, something you can just throw on and not worry too much about mashing up. So those are the only 2 sneaker pickups that I got this month. I actually bought several others. So I bought the Adidas OG NMD, but I did sell them for around about £250 just to contribute to other things that I really wanted. When they first came out, I wasn't really feeling them. I'm not a big fan of the colorway, so I thought I'd pass and use that money towards other things that I needed. But it's crazy to think that at one point they were selling for £500. So sometimes it's just good to wait, you know, because the companies like Adidas and Nike, they control the resale market. So for example, something that is worth £500, like the OG NMD, they could just re-release it and that price will shoot down. So those of you that paid £500 resale for the OG NMDs must be screwing right now. So sometimes it's good to pass or just wait it out. I actually took an L on the Pusha T EQT Boost. When they originally released on adidas.co.uk, they just sold out straight away. But because actually the resale value is not too high, the retail was £150, and I see them going for up to about £200. So they re-released on sneakersandstuff.com, and I managed to cop, albeit a half size down from my true size. I'm hoping they will fit because my boy G, shout out to G, he mentioned to me that they fit long but not wide. Pause. So yeah, when they come through, that will be in the next video of February pickups. They do have some odd sizes left on sneakersandstuff.com, so I'll link below. They do ship worldwide, so if you were looking to pick them up and you missed out, you might have a chance of picking them up still. So I also copped and returned the Jordan 12 Chinese New Year's. I actually bought them for a friend who wanted them, but he actually managed to cop on Foot Patrol, so there was no need for me to pass him those. So I just had a look at the resale, saw they were going for around about $220 to $250, so I thought it's not worth the hassle for me, I'll just send them back. And I also bought the Spiridon Ultras, so I also bought these in the triple black, but I thought I'd send them back because of excessiveness. I don't need any more black trainers than I've already got. So I'm trying to be a bit more selective on the shoes that I pick up this year, hence why there's only 2. this month. Another reason I actually return shoes versus reselling them is really because it's not worth my time. So I just want to kind of break it down and explain to you how it works, and my thought process when looking to resell, return, or kind of keep the shoe. So for example, the Chinese New Year Jordan 12s cost £185 retail, which is a lot of money to put up in the first place. Now if you're looking to keep the shoe, cool. If you're looking to resell, I would actually recommend against it. Reason being that the resale value was between £220 and £250. So on the surface it seems like you could make a nice little 50-60 quid on top, but that isn't the reality. So if you take into consideration shipping costs, which would be around about £10 using a tracked method, and then if you're using a platform like eBay or the transactions going through PayPal, PayPal will charge you 4% and then eBay will charge you another 10%. And looking at the figures, you're either making a loss of around about £5 to a profit of around about £20. And the time it takes, you know, to buy the shoe if you're queuing for it, to package it up and go to the post office to even take pictures and list it on a platform like eBay is really not worth the effort or the time to make a quick £20 when you're putting up so much money up front as well. So just kind of think it through, have a look on the internet, take into consideration what the resale values are and what you would actually be left with in your pocket. I'm strictly talking about a buying with the intent to sell, rather than if you pick something up, change your mind several months down the line, or you're just buying it to keep. So any one of you resellers or people looking to get into selling trainers and sneakers, think it through a little bit first. Actually some other cops that I had done this month are clothing. I kind of went in on clothing. So first up I got some Nike Lab cargo pants from Mr. Porter. These are size medium. They're quite long. Size medium. So they're quite long, but they kind of stack up nicely. Been looking for some nice cargo pants. I've bought some Stone Island ones, which I've been wearing a lot, so I thought I'd pick up another pair. And the materials used are amazing. The fit is really cool. It's tapered through at the bottom. And those cost £185. And I think they've sold out now, so unfortunately I can't link below where I got them. I would have got them in black as well, but like I say, they've sold out. Those did release a little while ago. I got a few pieces from End Clothing. Shout out to End up in Newcastle. They've got some exclusive pieces. So I bought a BAPE hoodie, and this is the one with the Swarovski crystals up in the BAPE symbol. I don't know if you can see that shimmering, but this was really expensive. This was £319, but the fit on this is very nice, and the materials are pretty standard, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It's got that all over, you know, BAPE camo print, and it just, you know, I just thought I needed this in my collection. I've been, you know, itching to buy some clothes because Supreme's been closed, so I thought it was a great opportunity for me to pick this up. So very expensive, but something I've wanted for a little while. So shouts to End in Newcastle, and specifically Joe for putting my order through. And another thing I popped from End was an OffWhite tee. So go ahead, it comes in this Ziploc bag, well packaged. This was an eye-watering £1.95 £195 for a long sleeve tee. So there's that off right in the center of the chest. There's some branding at the bottom. Some spray printing symbols there. Spray print all up and down the sleeves, both sides, and then of course it's got that spray printed white there on the back, and it says mirror mirror right at the bottom there. Boom. So yeah, pretty much a good time for me to add to the clothing collection with different brands. Seeing that Supreme was closed, didn't buy too many trainers, so I thought why not indulge in a few pieces that look really cool. Hype brands nonetheless, and yeah, just thought I'd show that to you and add it to the video for January pickups. Last but not least, I actually bought these Adidas Superstar track pants. They cost about £50, and they're cuffed at the bottom, and you can kind of, if you want to go for that tucked over socks look that Yeezy's been doing, you can do that with these. And I've been rinsing them. These cost me like £50 and I've been wearing them a lot, so highly recommend those. I will actually link that below as well. Bought them from Adidas, and all in all I think I spent around about just over £900 this month, which is a lot of money. But then you take into consideration some money I made on the OG NMDs, you know, that helps. It kind of evens it out to around about £800, which is of course is still a lot of money, but it helps, you know, when you choose not to keep everything, you can sell something on if you change your mind, and it can contribute to other things that you really want, which kind of helps me out a bit, and how I try and do things in general. So that's it for January pickups. Next week we're going to be back on the Supreme vlogs. We're looking, I think the lookbook and the preview will drop next week. We've had a few snippets so far. That Marlboro denim jacket looks so sick. I don't think I'll be able to get it or pull it off, but it looks sick, and I won't be mad at anyone that cops that. I won't be calling you a hype beast because it looks real hard, and if you can pull it off, boy, hats off to you. What I've seen so far that I'm looking to get would be the Motion logo camel crew neck. I think that looks so sick. I'm not generally a fan of the Motion logo, but that piece in particular caught my eye, as well as the Subtempo Air Maxes. I'm proper hyped for them. When I heard that might happen, I was like, ooh, that is deep. I was just interested to see how it would connect with the outsole, and it doesn't connect fully. I'll explain more when they come out, but nonetheless it looks sick. So I'm just actually looking forward to what other colors they release of that shoe, because generally speaking they release 2 or 3 colorways, like they did with the Foamposites, with the Jordans, with the Blazer lows. So really looking forward to those, and after the following week we're gonna have in-store pickups, in-hand pickups. So if you are interested in Supreme clothing, for sizing, for pricing, for in-hand pickups, then you need to subscribe to this channel for sure, because I upload the videos like that straight away, in-hand pickups, and lots of them. So yeah, just make sure you subscribe to this channel, keep it locked. Thank you so much for your continued support and love, and back at you next week. Peace out, guys.